Martin, it's been a little while since we last spoke, but you had a great Easter period, the win at Bolton, the draw against Chelsea. How are things shaping up this week ahead of Wigan?
Things look bright, Pavel came back for Gamiak, Andy Johnson is fit, so he could be involved, he can be involved. As you know, around that period a couple of weeks ago we had quite a few injuries and we had to play with Clint as a number 9 up front. But we did quite well. I think we had probably one of our best spells, so I was pretty satisfied.
Clint's on 49 Premier League goals now. How eager is he to get his 50th this weekend?
Hopefully he's not too eager, but that doesn't matter, He's always eager and his main quality is score goals from several positions. So we have to make a decision on where he will play tomorrow, on the left or up front. But even when he played up front, he did to replace Pavel, he did quite well. So hopefully he will be at the end of things, because that is his quality.
Brian Ruiz, obviously he's out for the next 10 weeks. How much of a blow is that for you and of course for Brian?
I think it's a big blow for Brian because he was getting better and better. He was coping with the Barclays Premier League, and I feel for him, but you can't do nothing about it. It was an awkward situation. Everyone sees and knows now what Brian is capable of. Brian is someone who needs runners, who sees a pass, and the only problem is if there is no runners, and then probably sometimes he lost the ball because of the tackles in the Premier League. They will come in from the left and from the right, but you will see that he's capable of seeing a pass better than anybody else.
Wigan tomorrow, obviously on the back of a very good run for them. It's going to be a tough encounter, it's going to be a difficult game.
Yeah, hopefully our crowd will be patient as well, because we need patience. We have to try to score goals as soon as possible. But on the other hand, if you saw them play, they changed their style. They play with 7 people in a block and they play with 3 forward players. So you can't say it's quite negative, because they did that possibly to stay up in the league, and it was the right decision to do that. They've got Di Santo up front, Moses up front, sometimes Maloney, in the hole, and sometimes Gomez if Maloney is not there, and they can cause a lot of problems. And that's what they did against Man United, and what they did against Liverpool, because they beat them both. And I've been to the Emirates for their last game. They beat Arsenal as well, so they are pretty organised, play very compact, and they will leave the initiative to you and then try to hit you on the counter, and that is probably the same as what Swansea did.
They were known as being a footballing team, but as you say, they've changed their style. Does that show how difficult it is to compete in this league?
Yeah, of course. People who don't know, they will probably say they do the same thing, but they don't. They play normally. They played in a 4-3-3 or 4-4-1-1. He wants to play football. He's got a lot of possession, and if you see them now with 2 wing backs, 5 at the back, so that is almost like the old Arsenal, with Tony Adams. So they play 5-2-3 or more like a 5-4-1. So it's a different style, but they got the results after making that decision. And he's right, because there's only one thing which is the main priority for them, and that is staying up in the league. But hopefully we can do something about it, because if you saw, for example, the Chelsea game, maybe you remember when they lost because of the offside situation at Stamford Bridge. So that was a game they should have, probably they were up. So I feel that we have to try to be as passionate as they are, match them in effort, and then our home advantage hopefully will be decisive, because that is what we have to do. We want to get as many points as possible. So the crowd, they know about Wigan. That is why I tell them. They know how difficult it can be. But we play at home at Craven Cottage, so hopefully that will make the difference.
And with 5 games left, how important is it to have Andrew Johnson back, to have Pog back for those last encounters, especially with 2 tough away games coming up?
Yeah, of course it's important. We can change our style with Andy Johnson, and Pavel, is a good target man, and that is what he proved before. Hopefully he will get enough support from midfield. Hopefully we'll do the same as what we did, for example, against Bolton on the flank. It's only about making a decision. Are we playing with Fry again, or is Clint Dempsey playing on the left and Pavel up front? But our fans have to wait and see until tomorrow.
We wish you luck.
Okay, thank you.